Hi guys, just want to do, it's my second video today actually, but I won't post them on the same day, so if you recognise the hoodie, don't worry, it's the same day. I do change my clothes. So just wanted to share a few experiences with medication and mental health. I done a YouTube video for work a couple years ago. I did share a breakdown that I had and the relationship that I was in that broke down. 14-year relationship with 2 children, and you know, so there is another video out there explaining that side of things. So I 7 years ago now, maybe 7.5, I was going through quite a hard time physically. I was getting some pains in my legs, and a family member at the time, he gave me some, I think, amitriptyline. It's a nerve pain, it's an antidepressant, and also helps you get to sleep apparently. But I'm saying this now because in my previous video I was unaware of the medication. So one, go to your GP for your meds. Don't be borrowing, using anyone else's medication. It's prescribed, it's for them. Their GP is aware of whatever they're taking it for. It wasn't given to you, so go to your GP if you need prescribed medication. Do not borrow them or use someone else's. It just doesn't work. It's dangerous, it's not healthy, and the side effects, if you're unaware of them, it could put you in harm, and it can affect your mental health. So please bear that in mind. If you're at work, if you're working, you're not allowed to do it anyway, so just bear that in mind. So back to the amitriptyline. This is after the event, by the way, so you know, it's hindsight. I didn't know how to take it. I was having sleep problems. Again, I had pains in my legs. So after about 3 weeks, the sleep just got worse. The pains got worse. So I went to my GP and I was prescribed amitriptyline. I've got a personal grievance against amitriptyline. I can't stand it. But yeah, you got to know how to take it for one. So it is pure consultation with your GP, what you're needing them for and everything else. So there is a time of day when you got to take it if you're using it for sleep. Don't take it an hour before you go to bed, because you got to take them before 8 o'clock if you're going to bed at 10 or 11, you know. So you got to give the tablet time to form. But I was taking it for 2 reasons, and it depressed me. I was physically breaking down anyway. Now I started to feel it in my head. I was unaware of what was causing my breakdown. I just put it down to overworking, lack of sleep, exhaustion, not feeling worthy. You know, I was a dad. I had to go to work. I wanted to keep the home, and you know, I started to lose all that, and I didn't understand why. As my other video says, we ended up breaking up anyway, and the reasons, it doesn't matter. But I was in therapy. I'd done therapy for, it was a 12-week course, and I'd done therapy for 5 weeks, and I became the therapist. I could solve the world's problems, not an issue. Oh, you got a problem? Come to me, I'll fix it. I'm a therapist now. I know everything. Anyway, so I stopped the therapy, and I relapsed about 2 or 3 months later. And lesson learned: I will never, ever, ever, if I have therapy, will I ever stop the sessions. I will see them through, however long the course is, see them through. If you're doing it for the first time, more than likely you're going to feel like a therapist after 3 or 4 sessions. See it through to the end, because it's for a reason, and it's a lifetime lesson, so you gain out of it if you see it through. But back to the meds. Yeah, the side effects was quite harsh, because I lost a bit of self-worth. You get depressed and you get anxious. You take that to work. You're not your sane, jovial self. You know, you start getting a bit of fear for mixing with people, you know, and they see a change in you. You avoid, you know, you don't want to be seen. You don't want to get up because you ain't been sleeping, but you don't want to go on the outside world. You don't want to step outside, and you know, you want the curtains closed. You know, darkness breeds darkness. You know, when you're dark in your mind, the only thing that's going to stop the darkness is a bit of light. You know, keep them curtains open, go outside. We're not nocturnal animals, you know, so let's get outside. And that's a tool you can use if you're in depression. You know, you can go outside. The sun's out, get up with the sun. Open the curtains if you don't want to go out. Open the window, get a bit of air in. That's really important. But then recently, and it's only recently dawned on me, hence why I'm doing the video, because I was off with a hip replacement and I was indoors for 5 months. It was just in a dark place again. I didn't understand why, but I was on numerous meds this time, and you know, 2 epidurals, suppository, cocodamol, and amitriptyline. I was in the hospital when I came out. I was still high on morphine and tramadol. You know, so in such a short period of time, I was having all these meds. I was not here. I was void, absolutely void. And I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was having conversation, but I wasn't there. I'm being spoken to. It looked like I'm engaging, but then I'm asking them to repeat. And so I was only going to have patience so long when you're like that, you know. So, and then it's like the side effects with your stomach, your eating habits. You're not drinking your fluids like you should be. You know, and it starts having an effect socially. You know, people think you're miserable or rude. You don't care anymore. But you're not aware of all this. You've got no idea what anyone else is seeing. You know, but you got to remember, when you're taking 2 or 3 meds, or you've got health issues and your GP gives you a tablet, it takes anything from 4 to, they usually say 4 to 6 weeks for your body to get immune to it. But after 3 or 4 weeks, if you're not immune to it, you think it ain't doing anything, so you go back to the GP and then they change it for something else. So now you've got another 4 to 6 week cycle of a new medication. You're not unaware of the side effects. The other tablet that you've come off, for as long as it takes to come in, it's got to take the same amount of time to come out. Now, in the first video I done, I was talking about my brother with his mental health. I watched him in Lewisham Hospital years ago, and they guinea pigged these people just to keep them quiet, keep them under control, and you know, they're easy to manage. My brother went through, I don't know what the meds were, but they're nothing like I've ever taken. They're designed to control. And he took 6 different medications in a month, and it absolutely ruined him. My dad complained. He had an article in the South London Press. I remember that. You know, it was serious, and how they treat people with medication is not fair. But us, away from that, we need to be aware of the effects it has on your body and on your mind. You know, you can't guinea pig yourself. Just let that tablet get into your system and see if it works after 4 to 6 weeks. Give it 6 or 7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, because it might just be your immune system a little bit different. We're all different. We might just need that time to process it, and you might be surprised if you wait it out. And if it don't go according to plan, keep in contact with your GP, because the last thing you want is taking a medication that isn't working, not giving it time to your body to digest and to work with, and then go on to another one. You know, in the space of a couple of months, you could be on 3 or 4 different meds because you're too impatient. Let your body naturally get used to it and do what it needs to do, because if you don't, the last thing you want it to go, you don't want it to go in your head, because, you know, if you've got good physical health and your mental health isn't strong, one will help the other one. But you don't want them both at the same time, because it is a long road for recovery, you know, and our body's got natural things inside us that help us heal, you know. So a lot of us have gone through things, but medication, you got this from, it's not my thing. So, and experiencing it, you just got to air it with caution, because there's a lot of medication out there that I don't believe is right. You know, I was on 3 or 4 different meds with my hip replacement, and, you know, after 5 months I stopped taking them. A week later I had no more pains in my leg. The sciatica, I've got a little bit of it, I can feel it today, but it's nothing, it'll be gone in an hour. I rarely get that now, but that was a constant for 18 months. The sciatica, that was worse than the pain in my hip, to be honest with you. But, you know, I haven't taken any the anatriptyline I took for the sciatica. But yeah, just air it all with caution. You know, it just affects so much, and it affects your loved ones, and, you know, it affects your relationships, it affects work, it affects your family. It just has such a huge effect, but it affects you more than anyone else, because it takes a while for you to understand the changes that's going on. You know, people are questioning you, are you all right, like, everything okay? And if you're not aware of it, you're like, why does everyone keep coming up to me? Like, yeah, I'm fine. Then your mood changes, you know, you might get a bit of attitude with it, because why is everyone coming to me? But you're unaware, and your loved ones will notice it straight off, you know. So just be really, really mindful, and you just got to be upfront with your GP. And, you know, if you've got a condition that you've had for the first time and you don't know where it's going to lead, then the last thing you want to do is guinea pig yourself into these meds, you know. So get as much information out of your GP as possible. And, you know, it's not just your health condition, it's your mental health. You know, strong mind can help recuperate the body, it can help heal the body with anything, you know. So, but when you lose your mind, the healing process is a lot deeper. It's a lot more heavy on the heart, not just yours but the people around you, you know. So I just wanted to put my experiences with how medication has affected me, and anatriptyline. Anatriptyline, isn't it good? No, it's not, in my opinion, but, you know, each to their own with their own experiences. But yeah, I mean, share your experiences on the comments if you wish, you know. So get the knowledge out there, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day, isn't it? It's about helping each other and sharing each other's experiences, and, you know, as long as it helps one person, then it's an achievement, isn't it? So yeah, be very mindful with your medication, don't guinea pig it, speak to your GP, and if you feel you're going to have to go through 2 or 3 different medications, maybe a video like this can help you share a bit of insight to your loved ones around you, because you don't want to get to that point where you don't know why your mind's going, you don't know where your mind's going, and you don't know the reasons behind what's affecting it. So that they're not entitled to either. If you're not entitled to know, they're not entitled to know. And you don't want that issue where it's causing an unnecessary issue within the family or your relationships at work or anything, you know. So just be a bit mindful with it and share the knowledge. If you've gone through it, then put it out there, you know, especially to your loved ones. So thank you for listening. Like and comment if you don't mind. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.